Hi everyone. I think we are live. Let me just quickly check that particular thing. Yeah, we are live. Hi everyone. How is everything going on?
Hey guys.
Yeah, Kanishk background is looking so amazing instead of mine. So you guys
It's
can let us know from where you guys are joining in the comment section. Let's get started. So, before going into much today, let me just give you a brief introduction of mine. Hi, everyone. I'm Bhavna, and currently I'm working with AWA, Let Me More Capital, AI community. What do you think? So, it's a venture studio where we used to build different products and things like that. So, I'm currently contributing to their ecosystem, and as part of that, we are hosting this particular hackathon like Bot-a-thon, where you will get the chance to build some agentic automation or tools, agents that can help you solving your doubts in with the help of AI. So, which will be happening from 8th of May to 10th of May. It's a more around 48 hours hackathon. So, if you're someone who haven't registered, so it's your time to register for the same. So, what's AI? Like, we are building the AI powered wallet. It's more around for Indian people, you must know around Paytm, Google Play, and things like that. So, it's more around Google Pay for crypto, where you will get the things like where you can stake, you can swap, you can get NFT support, perps, and meme coin supports in a single app or a wallet. So that's what we are building. We will be launching in June or July. And around that, we are building a community where it's a worldwide community where you can connect with folks, build something scalable, and ship accordingly, meet new builders in your city and connect with them. So for more details, you can just go to a website called the aircommunity.com and be part of the recent campaign that we are running, such as boot camp or a botathon that we are currently running. So as you guys know, we are hosting the boot camp, which is more around the initiative before the hackathon, where you get the chance to learn around different AI agent technology, how you can build that, how you can make most out of it. So that's the core agenda. Like we are today at day 4 out of it, like where we will be learning more around AI is not just about chatbots. You can do a way more things with the help of AI. So, like today, we will be covering that with Kanishk. And if you wanted more details around Botathon, so you can just scan this particular QR code. You can onboard to the website and learn more around the Botathon, what exactly it is, how you can be the part of it, and so on. And I hope you will get most of the things through the website itself. Still, if you have any doubts, you can be the part of our community on our website. Like you will get join our community. We have a WhatsApp community of 600 folks, so you can ask your doubt over here and tag us. And first and the foremost thing of this particular session today, we have Kanishk with us. So he will be talking, sharing his experience around AI he has created so far, and more around AI is just not about chatbot. How you can actually automate the things with the help of AI, because if you know, in this particular scenario, everyone is just talking about AI, and AI, and everyone is trying to automate the things. So yeah, today we have Kanish. Like he has been working as a software developer engineer at Jovis AI. Previously, his SG at Ocean Friends, and I know Kanish through XROS fellowship. We both part of it. From there, we made a very good connection, and he's a really good designer as well. So kudos to Kanish. Like I never seen someone who is having a designing plus coding experience, but Kanishk have. So over to you, Kanish. Like you can take the stage, share around the things, and make the things most out of it from here.
Yeah, thank you, Bhavna, for the lovely introduction. So so I'll begin. So hey guys, we're here to talk about winning this hackathon. Since Bhavna already told that the era where the chatbots, where we used to build basic chatbot interfaces is basically over. AI can do a lot of things in this era. We can basically make AI do actual work instead of like typing in a prompt and getting in a response. So we are not here to make rappers. In this weekend, in this hackathon, you guys will be working with agents. You will be building actual agents that will do the work for you while you're like not actively interacting with it. So I'll be presenting my screen now. Okay. I hope my screen is visible. Yeah. So yeah, don't build another chatbot. So about the chatbot fatigue, I'm saying we have reached peak chat. What do I mean by this? So people are like tired of typing paragraphs to get their work done. So basically, you write in a prompt to Chat GPT or whatever, and you like get a lot of text. It retrieves text from whatever, and like it just gives you a lot of information. But then you are responsible to use that information however you want. It does not like do things for you. People now want immediate outcomes from what they demand. For example, I type in something, I want to get the work done. I just don't want to get a lot of information, which I am required to implement however I want. So, for example, chatbot is like an intern who will give you a manual on how to do things, but it won't do things for you. While an agent will proactively work on that, and it will have a feedback. It will basically act upon it, and it goes into a loop until it solves the problem. So I'll go to the next slide. So the basic difference between chatbots and agents. Chatbots basically wait for your prompt, they generate text, then they stop entirely. So you are left to copy and paste and execute the final action yourself in another tab or whatever you are working on. While agents receive a high level goal, they break it down into various steps and they interact with external systems and APIs. For example, you guys must have heard about MCPs. So what is an MCP? It's a model context protocol. It is basically a standard of how AI agents interact with their outside world. So AI agent is basically this agent which is trapped inside this sandbox. It wants to interact with the outside world. So it uses these APIs and systems to get things done. For example, if you're feeling certain kind of way and you want to like listen to a particular type of music, you can just write a prompt, and the agent will basically build a Spotify playlist based on your mood and add it to your account automatically. You don't have to do anything. Agents have the read and write information. They can write to databases. They can make posts on your behalf. They can even spend money if you give enough, for example, enough control to them. So basically, they can do anything. Chatbots don't have that level of control over things. So coming on to the anatomy of an AI agent. So an AI agent broadly contains of an LLM engine, a memory, and tools. So what is an LLM engine here used for? So it is not here to use to generate text. Basically, it is like the reasoning code. It decides what to do, when to do, and which functions to call and with what parameters. So this is basically the main core of your AI agent. You will pass in a prompt. The LLM will analyze the prompt. It will break things down. It will like make a goal out of it. It will plan the steps and it will decide which functions are to be called. And then this memory, which basically is like the context. So you can use like short-term memory or long-term memory. For short-term memory, for example, you are working on a current task. So short-term memory could be used to like extract information for this particular session or whatever. So for long-term memory, you can like use vector databases like Pinecone, there's VV8, then there's Chroma. There's a lot of vector databases available in the market which you can use for your AI agent. So, what does a vector database usually do, and how is it different from a normal database? So, for example, in a normal database, you have to query a particular term. For example, where name equal to John or something like that. So, you need exact information in for normal databases. For vector databases, that's not the case. It is more about they store like the semantic, what do we call it? They store the relational mapping. For example, if you search for Italian dishes, and it will return pasta as well, even though it does not exactly match Italian dishes. So this is what basically vector databases are used for. So, and then there's tools that AI agents can use to contact external APIs, web scrapers. For example, API is backing up this hackathon, if you guys know. That is a web scraper, autonomous web scraper. If you guys want to extract some documents or something from the live internet, you can use API to get those information into your agent, and you can use it to your ability. So yeah, there are various Python scripts as well. So tools are basically like the hands of an AI agent. So an AI agent can use tools to execute things. For example, I have prepared a demo. I have pieced together a quick demo before this session to show you guys how an AI agent actually works. So I have basically made a scheduler. I'll talk about it more, but it uses the Google Calendar APIs to schedule tasks on your calendar without you intervening in any form. So coming on to how the tools are actually called. So you are making an application, right? So in your application calls an API, which has the functions and the prompts. Then this API calls the LLM on the backend, which passes the system prompts and the functions that your application is passed on to. And then the LLM returns the function names and parameters and values which are to be called by the application. The LLM does not autonomously call any functions. It just returns the name. It decides which function is to be called and with what parameters it needs to be called. Then that is passed to the application through the API, and your application calls that function, and the results are then returned to the API with the message history, and the LLM then decides what to do next, and it answers the prompt, and that answer is returned to the application, and this is how the loop works. This is how tool calling works, right? So this is how LLMs break out of their little sandbox that they're in. So the functions are in your code base itself, and they are just uh, being decided which function to be called by the LLM. The LLM does not call it itself. So here we are using LLM not as a text generator, but as a decision engine, the reasoning engine that we discussed about. So the value shift. So it's about the execution. So if you're participating in this hackathon, you might already know that you can't win this hackathon by a raw GPT output or a raw Claude code output, or just a very simple application that does not solve any real world problem, right? So you'll have to work on a real problem. So I'll go to the next slide. So you have to work on a real problem. You don't have to like make a chat GPT wrapper, which basically calls API at the back end and does not solve any real actual problems. Do not summarize a PDF. Do not write application to write sales mail, or do not write applications that do not have a real use case or don't solve a actual problem. Have the agent extract lines item from the PDF and then do something about it. Extract things from the PDF and then maybe auto draft an invoice and send it directly to Stripe for billing or whatever. So, for example, a good example that I can give you. So, a bad idea for this hackathon would be an AI agent to give you a diet plan. But a good example would be for an AI agent to go through your gym schedule and then what plan a meal for you, plan a diet for you, and then automatically goes to websites like Swiggy, Instamart, or whatever, and like add it to your cart, and then order them on your behalf if you want to give that kind of permission. If you guys know, Swiggy recently launched their builders MCP, so you can build on top of their, like for example, dine out. You can build on top of their Instamart or whatever. So you can order things on your behalf. So there's a lot of scope that you can build over that. So about the builder stack, you will need orchestration, sponsored tools, and vector storage. For orchestration, you can use LangChain, Crew AI, AutoGen. There are a lot of orchestration frameworks available, but do not get stuck with frameworks. A simple script can do wonders, especially if we are in a like 48-hour hackathon. So make it as simple as you can, but focus on one real problem. And then tools, you can use API if you want to scrape anything from the internet, and then you can use Superplane as well if you want to deploy your agentic logic anywhere. And you can use vector storage if you want to implement like memory to your, if you want to give memory to your AI agent. For example, you can use Pinecone, VV8, Chroma, anything you want. So coming on to the React loop, how an agent actually functions. So your agent should be able to reason, first of all. It should be able to like give you a reasoning. For example, if you're trying to book a flight and you have written book a flight from destination A to destination B, then your agent should be able to reason that it needs to find flights from destination A to destination B, and then it should act on that. It should call those functions with those parameters with your destination and your current location, and then return the flight results. And it should also be able to observe, for example, the API responses. For example, an API fails or a flight is not available, it should have a separate path. It should have an alternative path ready. It should not be like it should not like crash your application. So if no flights are available, there should be a backup for that as well. And then repeat. So based on that response, that observation, it should be able to repeat. Uh, if the goal is not met or anything, it should be able to have a feedback loop. So yeah, that's how your AI agent should function. And please design for failure. Assume that your AI agents will hallucinate, your APIs will fail, they'll hit the API limits, and your web scrapers won't. The websites will block your web scrapers from scraping. Be ready for all the failure cases, all the unhappy cases, because most of the teams that participate in hackathon do not prepare for this. They just prepare a demo, the happy part demo where everything goes right, which is not like the real world. So you should be ready that things will fail, things will fall down, and you'll be able to recover from that. Your AI agent should be able to loop back and recover from that. So that is one thing that you should be preparing for. And also, scope small. You are not required to build AGI in 48 hours. You're not going to build anything complex. You are just going to pick one workflow, one specific painful workflow that is to be fully automated end to end, no human intervention needed. So one highly complex workflow that you can solve right flawlessly from end to end. But do not try to make anything very complex. Just make something simple, but it should solve a real problem. Do not worry much about the UI and everything. Just end to end, no human intervention. It should be able to solve the problem. You will be able to make it in top 10% teams easily with this if you have this. So yeah. So now I'll jump into the demo for an AI agent that I built for this demo. So I'll go to the code. I hope you guys can see my screen. Bhavna, is my screen visible? Can you confirm that?
Uh, are you sharing any window, or
Uh,
I only able to
oh wait,
see
I think
the
I think.
scope,
Okay, okay, okay.
not the demo?
Yeah, I'll change that. So yeah, you guys should be able to see our demo now. So see, I've pieced together this AI agent quickly before this session. So I hope you guys hit the gym, right? So you must have a schedule for like every week, which exercise every day, which exercise you got to do, and whatever, right? So a similar schedule is made for me by my trainer. So every day I'm like going to the gym, and I lose track of which exercise to do today, right? So I have a photo of the schedule. So I've built an agent quickly piece together this agent, which basically takes in a photograph of your schedule, and it basically schedules everything on your Google Calendar without your intervention. And it is smart. It can question back. It can do a lot of things. So I'll go through the code a little bit so that you guys have an idea. This is actually a very basic example. So yeah. So basically, this is the main entry point of our application. By the way, this is completely AI generated. I have not written a lot of it. Just change a few things here and there. So yeah, this is the entry point of our application, and this is the agent file. As you can see, as I was talking about, that the agent has list of all the tools that are available to them, right? So this file has all the tools that are available for the agent, with their description, type, what parameters they require, what is the name of the function, right? Every tool, check calendar availability, check if two slots are not clashing, right? Create a workout event. It is basically able to do everything on its own, and this is the format that it takes. Remember the tool call thing that I presented earlier? I'll just show it again once. Yeah, this one, right? So this is the structure that I'm talking about. This is what your LLMs get, all this context, and these are the related function for implementation of those tools, right? And these are some pre-prompts for the LLM, that you are a smart workout scheduling agent. Your job is to take a past workout plan, etc. Right? I'll show you my schedule as well. So this is a schedule, for example, that I'm going to upload and try. Okay. So let's run the demo. Let's see how it goes. So by the way, guys, this is I'm testing it with you guys. I have not tested it earlier. So let's upload this file. Okay. So it is currently parsing the whole file, parsing all the exercises that are listed according to every day. So it will read the schedule. I'm using OpenAI on the backend for the AI model, and other than that, you can also create like your Google through the Google console. You can create a project and like add your credentials and everything. So it is fairly easy to make. So it has basically passed out the whole exercises, which is the chest and tricep, back and bicep. And to make the schedule, it will need to know what time that I go to the gym, which days are available. So I'll quickly write that out. Uh, uh, Today's Monday, right? Yeah. So let's type it in. We'll also check our Google Calendar if everything is scheduled. So it basically tells about the calendar availability as well, right? So I just approved that for it to add to my calendar, right? So it basically returns the whole JSON for the event. You guys can check it out as well. So what it has scheduled, this is the schema that it generates. So we'll also check our calendar if things are added or not, right? You can see chest and triceps, it is added. And also I know the timing is like 8 p.m. The reason being that I have the basically set the time zone to Los Angeles for some reason. So I'll change that as well. So yeah, but basically it schedules the exercises for you, and it'll also, you can also like reschedule things if you have like skipped a day. You can just tell, oh, that I've skipped this day, and it'll reschedule on itself. So this is a very basic implementation of an agent. This was built under like 20 minutes. So you guys have 48 hours to build something crazy. You can like put in real impact, solve real problems. So this was just for a demo, but you guys can make actual AI agents that can really impact real problems. So yeah, that was the demo. If there are any questions, you guys can ask. Bhavna,
Oh, thank you,
are,
Ganesh, for
yeah, are there any questions from anyone that we are required to answer?
not yet. So, like, if you guys have any questions, so you can directly reach out to Kanishk on LinkedIn, like, or he's very active over there, or either like I will add everyone into the group. So, like, you can ask it over there as well. And other than that, like, really good demo. Like, I really like the use case where like you can organize everything through an app, provide things, and it will schedule the things on your calendar. Really love the idea. So
Yeah.
thank you, Ganesh, for coming and joining us. There's something exciting that I wanted to share. So, like, we are running a giveaway where you just need to start a repo and submit the Google form where you get the chance to like win this mechanical keyboard. So over here, the cool thing is like there would be not only one or two winners for the same. There would be like 11 winners. So you might be one of them. So why not test your luck over here and be the part of the giveaway? So you can check out more details over by scanning this particular QR code, and eventually you'll get in for the giveaway. And yeah, happy hacking and wishing you best of luck. I hope you have learned something out of this particular session. And if you wanted to connect with Ganesh, so like I will share his LinkedIn over here in the comment section. So you can connect with him, ask your doubt. Like he's a very good dev as well as designer. So like you can ask your doubt. And see you guys on the hackathon. And wishing you best of luck. Bye bye.
Thank you for having me, Bhavna. Bye bye. Bye, guys.